Hello, Booktube. I'm here to do the Amplify Voices tag, Black Lives Matter. This is a tag created by Jennie Johnston. Is a tag for white booktubers to do to amplify Black voices, because speaking for myself, I doubt if I have very much constructive on my own to put to the conversation. And so this is a really good time for us to listen to voices that have a lived experience in that, and have I think on BookTube have kind of put their voices into an artistic mode of could be you could do this as a poem, an essay, a novel. I've decided to select a novel. It's Washington Black by Esi Edugyan. Esi Edugyan was born in Calgary, Alberta, from parents who are from Ghana. She now lives in the town where I am right at the moment, Victoria, BC. And is, I feel somewhat funny about selecting her. Part of why I'm selecting her is because I'm reading her at the moment. I'm reading Washington Black at the moment. I'm about halfway through, and kind of casting about like, well, what am I going to select? It's like, well, let's select what I'm reading at the moment. Washington Black is a Giller-winning novel by Esi. She is. This is why it's one of the reasons I feel funny about selecting her. She is somebody who has won the Giller Prize, which is a big prize in Canada, twice. But that said, I think it's someone who is someone. It's worth that even more people read her work. So Washington Black is set in starts at least in 1830 in Barbados on a slave plantation called Faith. And I think what I will do is I will read the opening bits of this. And then I'll just sort of leave it there. I was tagged in this by, I don't know if I even said that at the beginning, by Shawn the Book Maniac. Thank you, Shawn, for tagging me in this. Shawn and I are doing a read-along at the moment of James Daschuk's nonfiction work, Clearing the Plains. Which is a tale of basically how the plains were cleared of or made way. All the native population was cleared for Canada as it now is to exist. I think of that book when I'm reading Washington Black, and the treatment that these Black people are put through what is, I think, a lot of the system. A part of what I want to listen to from the Black voices is just that the idea of being a nice white person isn't really enough. There needs to be systematic change, but I'm also really aware of, I think I get even more aware when situations like this come up, and you suddenly, as a white person, are confronted with just how shitty and how the system is rigged against people of color, whether that is Black people or Native people, and how unaware I am of it, and how easily it is to slip out of it again. But that these are the voices we are going to need to listen to make actual, really, really fundamental changes to where we are right now, and I'm structural changes, and whether as white people who benefit from this system, whether we are actually able to make that do that. Like, are we really? And it's like, I have to ask that. That's one of these questions I have to ask myself as much as I have to ask other people. So yeah, that said, Washington Black is George Washington Black, a young slave boy who is a prodigy as well. And this is it's a slave narrative, an escape narrative, it seems. It's also I think it gets referred to as a Bildungsroman. It's his development as a artistic, spiritual human being in this novel. Let me just read this, and then I will leave you with that. Nothing. I will not torture you more. So this is, yes, part one. This is first opening paragraphs of Washington Black by Esi Edugyan. So yes, part one. Faith Plantation, Barbados, 1830. And this is written in the voice of Washington Black. Number one. I might have been 10, 11 years old. I cannot say for certain when my first master died. No one grieved him. In the fields we hung our heads, keening, grieving for ourselves and the estate sale that must follow. He died very old. I saw him only at a distance, stooped, thin, asleep in a shaded chair on the lawn, a blanket at his lap. I think now he was like a specimen preserved in a bottle. He had outlived a mad king, outlived the slave trade itself, had seen the fall of the French Empire and the rise of the British and the dawn of the Industrial Age, and his usefulness surely had passed. On that last evening, I remembered crouching on my bare heels in the stony dirt of Faith Plantation and pressing a palm flat against Big Kit's calf, feeling the heat of her skin baking up out of it, the strength and power of her, while the red sunlight settled in the cane all around us. Together, silent, we watched as the overseers shouldered the coffin down from the great house. They slid it, rasping, into the straw of the wagon and, dropping the rail into place with a bang, rode rattling away. That was how it began, me and Big Kit watching the dead go free. I'll leave you with that.